Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engineers, where today we're going to be doing some more experiments, this time looking at the ways of storing all of your vehicles, flyers, anything that you can basically park in a little storage bay. So let's get straight onto the video. Yeah, I really just wanted to use that emote, sorry. So let's get on to the first, I guess, design. So this one is a 4-bay solution. So you can have a vehicle parked in all of these 4 bays. In this case, I've just used my tank that I've got. So get out of that. You know, let's say I drove this one and I crashed it. Cool. I can come down to this panel, press this button here. And don't worry, they get better, I have a lot more to show you. Get into this vehicle here. Drive this one out. And oh no, that one crashed as well, what a shame. So then press the middle button. Loads me down to the next one. And let's get this one. I can find this. See, I really armored this one too much. Yep. Let's drive this one out. And then let's lower it down. Like that. So, really nice and simple. Really nice and simple, just to, you know. Oops. Ah, well, you see what I mean. So it literally just has a couple of pistons to, of course, change the height. All of these pistons are found. This is a separate level. So of course you've got your base level, and then you extend when you get your next level. You extend when you get your next level, and you extend another one. This can be depending on how depending on how many pistons, depends on how tall your vehicle is. In this case, it worked out to be pretty good for that. And I just sort of modelled a bit of a room, so you got a nice roof there. You could stack these up pretty nicely, they're not too big. And just some simple button panels connecting to extending the individual ones. So nice and simple. Let's stop also damping to whatever I was and move on to the next one. Now, if you do enjoy these videos, consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel if you're new. It'll help my channel out a lot. So we have our next design, which you can imagine. Actually, you know what? I can demonstrate it. This is just my Scorpion, another vehicle I've built. Alright, so we can drive the vehicle up. So this could either be up a hill or it could just be on the flat. I've just built all these up from the train so I don't have to dig anything out. So you drive onto this big turntable like this, and you come to the back here where you have the button panels, and each one of these buttons rotates to each one of these bays. I think it also rotates completely straight so you can access any of them. So if I hit right, so if I hit this one, it'll rotate to the first one like that. If I hit the second one, it rotates to the next one. They're all full. And if I hit the third one, it rotates to this one. And then I can get into my vehicle and park it up. So of course this was just a quick design I came up with. I liked the idea. This is all just manual, so it's got 3 rotors in the center. Each one can rotate. I can't actually remember. I'll find out. Actually, I can look straight down here. Each one can rotate 45 degrees. Yeah, that makes sense. So that was a cool design that allows you to have 8 options. or 7 if you remove this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the main reason I thought of this one would be a cool sort of trailer design. So you could have all of your trailers lined up on each one of these, and you could drive your truck in, reverse, load back up, rotate to this one and pull out. So I only stuck with the 3 rotors on here just in case. I didn't want too many rotors on because it gets clangy. So I didn't have a solution at that point in time. I do have a solution further along. I'll show you. It uses a certain script. And then I moved on to, so that was actually the initial concept of that, but yeah. So then I moved on to this one, which was, I never finished it, but I was having a look if I could add more. I wanted to see if I could upgrade it from having 7 options to having whatever it'd be, 15 options, I believe. So you'd have 1 on each one of these little bits here, but it was too close together. It didn't work, so I wasn't happy with it. Don't worry about that stuff over there. So then let's move on to, I'm gonna skip that one to last. Now this design is a fairly simple design as well, in which you could imagine you had a load of bays like this. You have a button on the side here, so we have, it tells you which side you're on, so we're currently on B, so we can lock it. And then if we pressed the big red button here, it would flip your rover over, whatever it had, and you could attach them into this side. So let's say I had a tank. Scout tank, that'll do. A little scout tank. We'll have put a seat on this one. Back here. There we go. There we go. I actually remember how to use this. So we could drive up onto any one of these pads work, lock up to it, and then we would, it tells you on pad A, we can lock it and we can leave it. Let's say, oh, I want to have a look at the other one. Yeah, I can just press a button and the other rover is still there. Sometimes it's a little bit weird just because how it connects, but you can lock it and drive it away. So nice and simple. You could stack all of these up, and another quite good design. So imagine all of this surface area was on the ground level. I was going to do that with the voxel tool, but yeah, that was going to take absolutely ages, so I just decided to do it from just to give you a demonstration. So let's say you've got like a little red barn, which is my inspiration for this build, just sat in the middle of a, well, just somewhere. Let's say I was in this truck here. Also, I'm going to turn these engines off. There we go. So we can drive up onto here. We can... I thought I turned them off. Alright. We can open this door right here. And what a surprise, it's not actually a building, it's actually a lift. So we drive onto the little platform. Now these you can set to any size you would like, of course. This, I just made it this size to sort of imagine you could hide it. And then you press the button to go down. I think I gave myself clearance. Just about. Cool. Come on. It's fine. And we get down to a lower level. So this is where you could drive out, park your vehicle up somewhere. In this case I'm going to park up here, like that. And let's say I wanted to drive a different vehicle out. Let's drive out the bigger brother of that vehicle. It's of a tank, should I say. So we can pull up onto this space here. Button panel right here. Send the vehicle up. Helps if you actually have a decent sized vehicle, but it doesn't make a difference. So we raise the vehicle up and we drive the vehicle out. Now you could set up so you'd have sensors to open and close the doors. You could set it up so the lift would auto go down. You could also set it up so you would have multiple levels. In this case I've only got one, which uses 4 pistons like you can see here. But you could stack 6 pistons up and that would allow you to have 6 floors, let's say. And you just slowly go down all the levels. Of course you'd need a big bottom level to put stack all the pistons up, but that's certainly possible. So for a surface, like space, it's really small, but then can become a huge space underneath. Of course, an inspiration of this is all of the sort of underground garages that you can see, but yeah, I like this design, so I decided to build it. And then moving on to what happens to be my favourite design that I've actually ever built in this game. We have the 16 bay garage. And, well, it says pretty much what it is. It is a garage which has 16 bays. So we have a rotor in the centre, and we have 16 bays all around the edge. Each one, so I did this by having 4 main ones and then hinges on each of them to rotate it. And yeah, it works pretty well. I obviously, I set up angles and stuff to do it. It was a little bit clanging, but once I got it, I removed all the angles, let it go floppy, and then locked all the rotors, and it seems to be fairly stable. And this is quite a simple design. So this was concept 1. Now this is where if I press this button, is it actually not going to work for me this time? What? So that should spin it, but I guess it's decided to break on me for some reason, weird reason. This is the same one, but instead of having those 2 buttons, I decided to have each individual buttons. So I'm currently on bay 15, it's labelled there. If I wanted to go to 14, I'd click 14. There we go, now it works, cool. So weird. Yep. Strange bugs in Space Engineers, you gotta love them. So we're on 14, let's say I wanted to go to 16. It would then spin the opposite direction. Basically, these buttons work by choosing the fastest path. So it'll completely skip past 15 and go straight to 16. Like that. If I wanted to click number 5, it will just keep on going until it gets to number 5. Of course, going in forward is the shortest path for it to go. And it honestly is a really, really cool script. It is the I think it's called a rotor angle script. Rotor precision, this one. I'll remember to leave a link in the description down below, but essentially lets you just set it up. So I've set the rotor up to rotor main, and I've got a argument in this case. But I also set up all these buttons to have arguments set by them. So of course each one of these, because it's 16 bays and it works on 360 degrees, each one of these buttons has to be a 22.5 degree increment. So first one would be 0, then 22, and then it goes all the way out to do some maths. It was fine, it works. And yeah, it allows me to choose any of these. But if you were building something like this, you wouldn't have to call it 1 to 16. You could call each one of these what they actually were storing. So you could say the tank, you could say mining ship, welding ship, driller, grinder. And each one of those, and then you could be like, oh, I need my grinding ship, let's go to the grinding ship. Press the button which corresponds to it, and the system will rotate it to the front so you could just drive it out. It's a really, really cool system, and I really like it. I do also have a connector or magnetic plate here that is toggled by this button at the back. Because of course, if it's spinning around in circles, you don't just want your vehicle to be sat doing, of course, just nothing. But yeah, that's they're the concepts. So I really like these two. That's why I left it to last. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're new. Also, as always, I have a Discord channel. Feel free to come and join it. Link will be in the video down below. Anyway, my name has been Quantum Chief, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! Bye!